Okay, can you guys hear me? Starting off with a mic check. If someone could confirm. Sweet. All right, we got the confirmation. Okay, so I really don't have much for shout outs. I'm just going to let everyone know that during the next couple podcasts, we'll experiment more with the Twitch features like rating and then like the chat bot thing. I know some people want to have like a chat bot that shows like who the next guest is and stuff like this. So I'm working on it. Just haven't had time. I know it's probably not that hard, but we'll get there. So today's guest is DooDoo, and next week Sunday at 7 Central Time we'll have Alec on. So just kind of get right into it with DooDoo. I really don't know too much about him other than his video that was called DooDoo Brown. A little more recent. I think it was like within a few years that he made that. Had some awesome stuff in it, and I've only seen him online a few times, but after I saw how good he was, I decided to try and get him on here, and he agreed. So thanks for taking time to do this.
Well, I appreciate the offer. Really appreciate the comment, but
Yeah, that video was really fucking sick. So is there any other videos that you have that are like as good as that?
no, not at the moment.
Okay.
It's just been a work in progress over time. Once I finally get the motivation to keep capping for extended periods of time, but I just have to let the ideas flow and just let the time come because I really only like make good clips in my opinion when I just really want to play and capture something.
Right.
Um, but yeah, that's it's not stagnating. It's just just waiting for inspiration from other things like games, movies, music, stuff like that.
No, it's like how I work. I'll like watch a movie or something. I'm like, I want to use this song, and then try putting them.
Exactly.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, we'll get more into that because that is actually a question later on. But let's do the general questions. We'll just start with the general ones here. When did you first
hmm
start playing, and which THPS game was it?
Well, my first time ever playing, if I can recall correctly, was Pro Skater 2 on the PlayStation 1 or the Dreamcast. I'm not entirely sure of that. But when I really started getting into it was when I got Thug with my PS2 in Christmas of 2003. And that started picking off or kicking off when I got my Ethernet adapter or my Ethernet cord for my PS2, and I started playing online on Thug 2, I believe. But in terms of improv and all that, that didn't come until around 2006 because I was just still so young and into glitches and modded casts and stuff like that at the time.
Cool. So Thug. Did you ever play Tony Hawk 4 or anything like that before Thug?
I played them on the PlayStation 1, so I didn't really get like the real experience, but I picked
Okay.
those up later on, probably around 2006 as well, when I started liking the whole series. Um, but Thug was mainly my main game just because how smooth it felt and just the extra stuff you could do and the more flexibility in general.
Got it. When you started that, were you playing on dial-up or broadband? Well,
I was fortunate enough to have broadband at the time, thankfully, so I could
oh.
still play with people.
Yeah. Well, you could play Thug with dial-up, right? So I was just
uh, yeah, but probably not like King of the Hill and Capture the Flag and stuff like that.
right. Yeah, yeah. That, it really sucks. I used to have to do that on dial-up, and it sucked balls.
I'm glad I can't relate with that.
Yeah. Favorite THPS game and why?
Definitely Thug just because the trick animations, the soundtrack, mostly just the memories I had on it growing up as a kid. The car goals, learning how to do out of bounds glitches, stuff like that generally. And most of my favorite videos were on that game.
Cool. Do you
Uh,
have a favorite player or players, and what makes them your favorite?
I've got, I'd probably say a trio of favorite players. In terms of style and just how they take on the game, I'd probably say Jens would be my favorite player in that sense because he just seems to have the most loose style and, like, for lack of a better term, just care the least. And he just really does what he wants, and he kind of feels like wild jazz when he plays. But and also in terms of just nailing everything down, I'd probably say Driz T would be my favorite, or Driz it, however he likes it pronounced,
Right.
because he's just an absolute monster at every level, especially Venice.
Hmm.
And I'd probably say third for just general creativity is Alec. He is pretty much a mastermind and just comes up with game breaking shit when I'm gone, and it just blows my mind every time.
Nice.
So it's a really hard tie between those three, but generally you can't be amazing at everything, and those three sum it up pretty well.
Just to expand on, would you have a fourth that you could throw in there?
A fourth.
I know. I'm just
Oh,
going to throw a curveball at you because I know I sent some of these questions in advance, and it's just curious to see
ooh,
if anything comes off the top of your head for a fourth.
a fourth. I guess you could add a flow element to that, and that would be a rough tie between Silent and uh, Sanjiro.
Oh, okay. I Sanjiro. I don't know that one.
Sanj, I think he goes by now.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sand. Yeah, yeah. I heard the name. I haven't seen much stuff. Cool.
Yeah, they play at odd hours like I do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, I don't see you on very often. Are you still playing actively? Or
Yep, I even if I don't feel like playing, I still this is like kind of my warm up game just to get my hands moving. I usually play like early in the morning, so I only see Driz T or the Europeans.
okay, cool. Do you have a favorite trick you like to use?
Um, I
Or
saw that question. I couldn't really pick one, so I just picked a category for each. So my favorite grab is definitely the judo, just because it looks so smooth. And for the flip trick would be the 360 heel flip, just because the way you throw it, it just looks flawless and has a lot of steez to it, for lack of a better word. And let's see, for grind, I picked that category for some reason. I would say the nose grind to pivot, if I can
nose
do it
grind
right
to
here.
pivot. Oh, that thing? That thing's ugly, man.
I love that. You just
Oh
fix
my
that
god.
with a turnaround, it looks pretty well.
Yeah.
And for special trick, definitely the big spin shifty,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
if I can spin it right.
Right. You got to spin it correctly. Although it looks the best on Tony Hawk 4.
Yes, definitely. And I think you can do it flat ground in four if I'm correct.
Yeah, if it's not flat ground, it's really damn close. Right. Like
Oh
rail to
yeah,
rail,
very.
probably.
Yep, just like the stiffy.
Yeah. Yeah, the Stiffy's badass. Uh,
And yeah, I think that's it for tricks. I don't think there's any other category.
yeah. Cool. Well, that's awesome. I didn't know you're going to nail out all the categories, so that works. Favorite video and video series?
Video and video series would be probably what got me into improv and playing the game more, which is the THUG TV series, which I think you and Brassbox had the best parts in, because I still have like a high respect for Tony Hawk 4 gameplay, because it's just to me one of the hardest to play in terms of just speed, and just the levels are really hard to get into.
Hmm. Series? So that's the series. Favorite video in general? Like, do you have
Uh,
a solo video that's like your favorite?
Solo video in general, oh, that is a rough one. I could not figure out an answer to.
Maybe a couple.
I'd probably say I've watched Though TV 2 probably 10 times when I was a child when that came out. But oh, in general, I really could not I really could not pick an answer for you for that one.
Yeah, I think I worded that wrong too. So maybe I've just put series, and a lot of people's
Hmm.
favorite videos are part of the series anyway. So it's probably a dumb
Hmm.
question. Maybe I'll take it out in the future. I'll just be like, "What's your favorite video?"
Oh no, I just keep asking until you find an answer.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. Favorite level in Creative Park?
Level, everybody's answer, it's probably Manhattan, just because of how balanced it is. Uh, uh, Moscow would be a close second if they could have the tank options in Thug Pro, but I'd say Manhattan takes the cake easily for just how long he could play the level and still do new stuff.
For sure. Hey, can you turn on pro, like toggle those pro objects? Because I'm watching your guy, and he's like
Oh yeah.
going through everything. It just looks hilarious. Like, trying not to laugh. Like you're doing some just ridiculous stuff. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Sweet. Creative Park. I don't know if you're into big creative parks or not, but
Creative parks, I'd say I haven't played many back in the day on PS2 because when I started getting into getting other people's saves and stuff, the the menus were filled with crash names and stuff like that that would break your PS2. So I really started getting into that in Thug Pro, but I'd say Alex, one of my favorite cat makers as well, and either La La Land or McDowell's, which is the calf we made over a whole night, would be my favorite. And I have those with me right now.
yeah, I was gonna say
So
throw one on.
we don't crash.
Yeah, that'd be good. We're crashing live on the air. La La Land. I swear I played this before.
There we go.
Let's see.
But this level is probably easy one of my favorites because you could just get to a different corner of the map and it feels like a different level when you forget. But in terms of variety, it's just got everything you need.
Cool. Is there any underrated players that you can think of off the top of your head?
Underrated players. A lot of the up and newcomers are kind of overshadowed, I guess, probably because they haven't really put themselves out much or just haven't been talked about. Let's see. One shout out I could do is a player. He doesn't really get enough recognition, if you ask me. Is probably Gavin from Flow. He's a really amazing player.
Oh, cool. Was he in the Flow TVs?
I couldn't recall. I couldn't recall.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while, but it'd be cool if he was. All right. So other than improving and doing transfers online, is there any other things you like to do when you play online, like such as King of the Hill? I know you said you played King of the Hill or Goal Attack.
Let's see. Usually, I just like watching other players because that's how I actually learned to improv. At a young age, I just like saw what styles I liked, and I just try to mimic or adapt to them. But in terms of that, usually I'll just look for like cool drop downs or wall rides that you can incorporate into combos. I haven't been really searching for transfers lately, but I just really like hanging out with these people because they just never left and they just kind of grow on you after a while.
Yeah, it's a great way to learn too, for sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Shout out to Andy for this question. If you could change or add anything to Thug Pro, what would it be?
Oh, I actually have a list for that. Let's see. I think I've already mentioned that. Tanks added in Moscow
Tanks,
and more special tricks from the earlier games, namely the grapple grab from Pro Skater 4, which is probably my second favorite trick.
Yeah,
And
next to the big spin shifty.
Yes,
Right.
and of course, like more creative skater options because just everybody loves to style it up here, and that's probably like another element of the game that keeps people here. Um, and then definitely on top of cast options, the camo cargos from Pro Skater 4 because those are the best piece of clothing in the series, and probably most, if not all, the boards from Pro Skater 4 and Underground 1.
Cool. All right. Well, that covers the general questions. Now, I don't have too much else other than general questions. Obviously, I gave you a few more, and it's just because I don't know too much of, other than what you answered on the general questions. I don't know too much about you as a player. So after I get through these questions, let's try to keep the podcast going and maybe just, we'll figure out more stuff to talk about. So, so before you were in TLT, what other clans were you in, and can you name some of the members or the leaders of those clans at that time?
Well, before everything, I was just in off and on horror clans as a kid, just because that's what I was into, just points and all. But I really could even tell you the names of them. That's how short-lived they were. But I'd say the first actual clan I was in was AIDS, and I was invited by Alec, and yeah, of course, we always play together when I'm on. That's actually it for clans before TLT.
Just that, really? Wow.
Yeah, it's a short resume on that one.
Holy crap! I was in like a bajillion clans. Like I can't even remember them all now. Yeah, that's crazy. Huh. Was I in TLT at the same time you were? I think
I'm
I
pretty
was.
sure you were. I
Yeah.
think we had a couple weeks overlap in that one.
Yeah, crazy. Should have made a video. um, wow, that takes care of that. So, what was the roster like at that time then when you got led into TLT?
TLT mainly it was just Dragon, Protocol, Elec, and Fate at the time playing before I got invited.
Okay.
And yeah, but pretty much after I got in, it just started getting more of a heartbeat, and we just started getting better players in, and it just kind of really got its life back in.
Do you like the way it is right now? Like I don't know if there's not anything active really in terms of like a video you guys are working on, huh?
Oh, I'm perfectly fine with the way it is. In terms of videos, I'm really lazy with that, and if
Yeah.
they would like to get me in on it, they would just kind of have to egg me so I can just free some time from some other hobbies. But yeah, I'm perfectly fine with the way it is. I'm happy with everybody in here, and I'm happy that the clan's still alive because it was just kind of a like a childhood goal of mine just to see that elusive TLT tag because I never really got to play with them growing up because I just had such a short schedule with school and all.
Cool. It's pretty awesome how quick you got good then. Because
it,
yeah,
it took some time and a lot of days playing, but I finally got my bones back.
nice. So do you still talk with any of the people from AIDS?
Yeah, but pretty much they play AIDS as far as I know, just sort of disbanded, but they're all in other clans now, and I still play with everybody basically. Alex, the main one I remember, and PTC of course, but yeah.
Cool. So I know you said Alec got you into AIDS. Did he also get you into TLT then?
Yeah, it was kind of a vote between everybody, which was kind of that's kind of how you get it. You just get votes from a yes from everybody. But
Yeah.
I think he campaigned the most because I just grew on him from just playing countless hours and doing dumb stuff and just experimenting with caps and just finding transfers. Just basically just Thug Pro just kind of rekindled that with all the new stuff you could do in the game, and it really just brought back everything.
Cool. So you said I guess you really didn't specify too much. Are you working on another video right now? Like, do you have
I
stuff in the
recently,
works that's like
uh,
recorded and all this other stuff?
I have not too many clips. I just kind of I look at clips I just record and usually hate them in a few minutes. So I just try to keep them in my folder for a while and just see if they're still good after a while. But I recently got a capture card and I'm just capturing stuff I could never capture back in the days on Pro Skater 4 and Thug.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll just take some time. It'll be ready when it's ready. I'm not gonna try and rush it out because I did get impatient with my video you did talk about earlier, and I kind of cut it short because I'm
Yeah,
not
well, it's
gonna
like 4
lie.
minutes long, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, but capturing can be kind of a hassle, especially when you're going for something like the same transfer for tens of hours at a time.
Yeah.
But I just try to enjoy the game as much as I can and just record while I'm enjoying the game, and try not to make it a chore.
Right. So do you still talk? I know you're saying that you still talk with some of the TLT members, but
Hmm.
is there any that don't really play online that you still talk to?
Uh,
Because like
not
the roster
that
doesn't
I
seem
know of.
overly active online. That's why I'm curious.
Yeah, online pretty much. I keep Tony Hawk friends on Tony Hawk. I'm trying to reach out to them on other games. I've been trying to play like World of Warcraft with the people, but leveling up with a short time schedule is just very hard, especially on vanilla. But I try to keep up with everybody like at my own pace, which is just a hey here and there. But that's pretty much all good.
Cool. Hey, so you had this zoo transfer in DooDoo Brown,
Hmm.
and you hit this wall art bounce, and then you just turn around no drift and hit the same one again. How the fuck long did it take you to do that?
Oh, that was actually one of the quickest ones I recorded, which
Really?
took about probably 30 minutes. I was actually pretty proud of that one.
Wow. Yeah, because like I almost shit myself when I saw that. I was like, "There's no way." Yeah, that was pretty crazy. It was featured. Have you watched the highlights videos, the Tony Hawk highlights videos?
I have not. I did not know that was out yet.
Yeah. There's 4 of them now,
Oh wow, I am
and
that far behind.
yeah, so you gotta catch up on them. But yeah, you're featured in. I think that same transfer's in there twice in the whole series. Because I put it in the third one, because I edited the third one, and I
Uh-huh.
was like, yeah, this thing's going in there. But
Oh wow.
yeah, you gotta watch them, man. They're really cool. They're really well done. Do you keep up to date on new videos at all?
Uh
Because you
Pretty
missed that. It makes me
rarely.
think you don't.
Rarely, because just Discord is just something I just don't often use. I just pretty much try to keep up with these guys on Tony Hawk, but I mean, I could for you guys. I could.
Okay. Well, yeah, you should. Have you seen the Smooth Moves series?
Smooth moves. I think I've seen SMG video 1 and possibly another one. I can't remember the names.
Okay. What'd you think of it? The first one.
The first one, pretty amazing. Alec had a lot of transfers in that video, but I'd
Yeah.
have to rewatch it again.
He had the most transfers, but yeah, if you haven't seen the
Hmm.
second one, you gotta watch the second one, man. What else? That's all my questions.
Let's see. Oh wow, that was quick.
I know. That's shitty. Like I said, I didn't know what to talk about. I was like, I don't know anything about this dude. I saw this video and I was like, jaw to the floor when I saw it. I think I saw it probably like, shit, 2 years ago? How long ago did you release it?
Let's see. Was that 2014? I'm pretty sure it was. I mean, maybe 2016.
See, I came back like at the end of 2017, so I
Hmm.
had all sorts of catching up to do, and I was talking to someone. God, who the hell was it? I was talking to Vega or Buck, one of the
Hmm.
two. And they're like, dude, you seen this video? I'm like, nah. And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And then I watched the video. I was like, what the hell? Did you have this carnival transfer that you hit like 3 times? Did you do that back to back? Because like you went to
Yep.
your cust restart every time.
Yep. Back to back to back. I hit that
Fuck.
transfer. I was trying to find something cool to do with it since it was already a hard bonk to hit, but I felt like hitting it 3 times would suffice for a clip, and I was pretty satisfied with it.
Yeah, I mean that's insane.
I
3 times
remember.
back to back.
Yeah, I came up with it because I saw somebody trying it back on Pro Skater 4 many years ago, and it just flashed into my memory. But I couldn't tell you who I saw try doing it. Maybe it was Brassbox. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah,
But
that's unreal,
yeah, let's see if chat can come up with any more questions.
man. Yeah. Otherwise, it's gonna be off the cuff. Like, I mean, I'm cool. I could probably make it
Mhm.
work, and but it's only been shit. It hasn't even been a half hour. There's got to be
Wow.
stuff though. Go to another. Go to that other creative park.
Oh, yeah.
This one you've made with Elect, but you have one that you made on your own, right?
Mhm.
Or is this
Yep,
vice versa?
this one.
Oh, I just
Alec
crashed.
Yep. Oh, I think
Nice.
everybody crashed.
There it is. Best podcast NA. Oh, that's hilarious. Well,
See,
I'll
I guess
reboot it.
while you reconnect, Alec asked a great question, and what's my idea and approach of improv? And I'd say just mainly, just style and flow, and just try to keep it as like a continuous, seamless trick. I'm not sure what else I could add to that, but
Someone else asked you something. Favorite tech?
favorite tech. It'd probably be something I rarely do because there's just so many tricks and techs to remember is Cub Drift because it just has the most versatility. Um, yeah, I'd probably say Cub Drift would be my favorite tech. I'm trying to think of like more subject matter at the moment.
King of the Hill. Who's some of the players that you played King of the Hill that are really really good? Because I know you like King of the Hill and Capture the Flag for that matter.
Yeah, King of the Hill. Oof.
And did you ever play it on 4, or was it always just on Thug Pro?
Thug Pro and a little bit of Thug. Ooh, that is a very tough question. I'd probably say my favorites. Uh, it's an odd answer, but my favorite style of King of the Hill would be Orb, just because of his mind games he plays, because he's just played for so long and he knows what patterns everybody takes.
Right?
Because
Do,
he definitely just has that old style.
do you play No Walk Cop and like just all the other stuff taken off?
I actually kind of like No Walk Koth. Usually it's always left on, but I just by default just never walk for
Right. So
some odd.
you prefer No Walk Cop?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I just when I join, if they're gonna play Walk Cop, I just leave. I'm just like I'm not doing this. Can't
I
do
mean,
it.
I take it as a challenge, and I'll just try to beat him without feet. You know.
Right. All right. Let me see if I can. There we go. Am I the only one that crashed?
I think so. Maybe the other people just have a closer
What
game.
the heck? No, I'm the only one that crashed. How
No,
shitty is that? All right.
unlucky.
That's cool. That's cool. What else we got? Anybody else in the chat asking stuff? Let's see.
Favorite levels from each game from Alec. I'd say Alcatraz, Pro Skater 4, Los Angeles from 3. Underground 1 is, of course, Manhattan, and Underground 2 is a tie between Berlin and Australia. And American Wasteland, I have very little time with, but I'd probably say downtown LA from that one. And the Pro Skater 2, definitely Venice.
Ooh, Venice, yeah. Hey,
And Pro Skater 1, they're kind of all equal. They're very small, quirky maps.
sorry, my dog's in the background going crazy. Like,
I got
calm
you.
down, calm down. What do you think of Thug Plus?
Thug Plus, I absolutely love it, but getting my controller bindings to work properly is just a complete hassle. But I fixed a lot of driver issues recently with my computer, so I just need to reinstall it and give it another try because I absolutely love the manual power slides that they've added in there, and the extra tricks like the roast beef and the shifty cannonball. Those are amazing looking tricks.
Cool.
Especially Venice HD is also a selling point for that mod, if you ask me.
Yes, I was about to say, since you like Venice, that would be definitely something to play a lot of. What about what do you think of the hanging and then doing backflips and shit? What is that called? You know what I'm talking about? Like you can grab a wire and then you can flip off of
the
it.
wire shimmies. I could actually never figure out how to do that, but it honestly looks really cool when used
cool.
well.
Yeah.
It reminds me of what was that game? Aggressive Inline.
I actually never played that. Yeah, I know. It's the skating game.
Yeah, it's like Thug on roller skates, pretty much.
Right.
But yeah.
Hey, the Red Bull's got something for you. You ever played Thaw? And then what were your first impressions of the game when it came out?
I actually got Thaw on a release, and I kind of liked it because I was still a noob at a time, but I felt like the trick animations just really didn't hold up well to the other games, and I felt like Air Shuffle just kind of overtook that game completely while I played it in its early days. But it definitely had really amazing levels and some pretty cool stuff like wall running. I thought was pretty cool and added some stuff to your improv. But I just kind of disagreed with the double triple flips they had because they just looked absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. Hey, do that grind thing that you just did on that middle. Did you make this one? Is this the one you made, or is this the one that both you and Alec made?
This is the one both Alec and I made. I made
Okay.
most of the ground level, and Alec got like the everything in the air, basically, if I remember correctly.
Dude, this part right here is awesome. That middle cannon part. Yeah.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. Were you guys the first ones to do something like this? With this type of circle thing? Because it looks really badass.
Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I came up with the idea myself, but it was probably done before. So I can't really.
And what the hell is that?
One.
Go.
Oh.
Wait. Hey. Okay, turn around. No, wait. Oh, okay. Yeah. There was like a design. Oh god. There was like a design of a rail right there. What is that?
Oh, the lightning bolts. That's Alex's
Yeah.
signature right
Oh,
there.
that's awesome. That's what I
Haha.
thought it was. You went past it, and I was like, "So, do you have one that's like a big giant turd or something?"
Nope. I do not. Unfortunately,
Oh
I
man.
wasn't creative enough with my rails for that. But we were cool enough to add some Easter eggs to this level,
Oh well,
which
we
you can
gotta see
find
that.
right here.
Oh, heyo. Underground
Let's
tunnel.
see. There we go. And there's Alex's
Oh,
signature number 2.
nice. So, what the hell? Where'd your name come from? Cause, yeah.
It's actually a nickname my friends gave me because my last name was Brown, and DooDoo Brown was a rap song that was just hilarious because it had a sample which just said DooDoo Brown over and over. And when I came back to this game, I was just a little kid, so I didn't really think anybody remembered me. So I just used that as a joke name, thinking this game wouldn't stick again, and I was just dead wrong. And you know, even if I did change my name to something, I'll still always be DooDoo because just how many people knew me and how catchy the name is to some people.
Yeah, doo doo.
And I'm just gonna stick with it because DooDoo and TLT is just kind of like slapping a Mercedes logo on a Honda Civic. It just looks funny and
Yeah,
is
it
really
does.
out
It
of
looks fucking
place.
hilarious. When I first saw your name, I was thinking of that fucking Pokemon that flies around. What's that
Oh
Pokemon?
God,
It's like a dodo, but it's spelled like really close to the same, man. It's like this bird that's got like 2 feet that just like I don't know what the hell. It's really
I
weird.
think I think we might have to call the chat hotline for that one.
Yeah,
Tell you.
someone in the chat. But yeah, that's the
Anybody.
first thing when I saw it. I was like, oh, you named it after that Pokemon. It has
I
like
wish.
3 heads. Well, this is depressing. Should we just start singing? Just do something really retarded.
Oh God, we're dry for subject matter chat.
Dude, hey, show us a transfer. Show us a transfer you're trying. Sneak peek into DooDoo's
I can show you
transfers.
that. I can show you some hard ones.
Yeah, let's see something crazy.
Let's go to Manhattan.
Can you do that Tony Hawk 4 carnival one on this game? Or is the physics not gonna allow you?
I'm pretty sure you can do that one.
Yeah.
I think I've done it before, but it felt a little bit too easy if my memory was right.
Really easier. Okay.
Yeah, I did it on 4 just like for authenticity because it just
Right.
felt right, and that's where I saw it. And I wish I could just really credit who I saw doing it way back in the day. But oh yeah, where am I? Oh,
Oh.
forgot where I am.
Yep. You've never played this level before, so I understand.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, has it really?
Oh no, it's been 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so how often are you playing nowadays? 'Cause I know you said you play at weird hours, but like how often? Like, are you on every night practically?
I usually play about 30 minutes every day. I usually try to get
Oh,
on every day.
man, that's crazy because I still don't see you on, and I'm on like a really odd hour sometimes.
Yeah, I usually catch me at like 7 in the morning Eastern time to around 10 in the morning. But let's see. Another transfer here I've been trying was to wall push this wall right here and butt slap this pole on the street and get back into the building. It's possible without drift, but it's just one of those things that'll make me bite my knuckles for a week.
Wait,
But I'm
wait. Say that again. So you're gonna wall push this thing, and
well,
then
oh, if I
you're
can
gonna
do
butt
it.
slap to the pole, and then butt slap back up to the window.
Yes, if I can
How
get
the
it for some
fuck?
odd reason, I can't drop down.
I didn't even know you could land on top of the poles.
Yep, in this one.
Wow.
Every
Can you land
pole.
on top of them in regular Thug?
Yes, you can. I've actually done it on accident a few times, but yes, I'm
Oh
just planning
wow.
on butt slapping this pole and hitting a wall ride on this building up into the other window on the opposite corner.
Oh my god. That's ridiculous.
Yes, and see another one. It just involves like small, intricate movements that no one wants to do because they're just so tedious.
And now nobody steal this off him. He's gonna land this shit.
Yeah, I'll land in a few years. Give me
Yeah, give him half his lifetime. He'll do it. Cause that's hard, man. That is ridiculous. Especially if you do it with no
yes.
drift.
Mm-hmm. But another one I've been trying to do is you can wall push these gray pillars right here. And been planning to do a drop down and do a wall push on this. And if you butt slab right off of it, you can land back under here, which I think is the only way to get under here without doing like some type of shimmy glitch.
Oh yeah. That makes sense. That would be pretty crazy too. Damn. We got a couple more questions. I'll read them up. I usually don't watch the Twitch chat, but I'm making an exception because apparently I failed miserably on this podcast. So.
Oh, I should have added more, but I just been too busy eating junk food and sleeping all day.
We're good. So Red Bull's wondering if you have any favorite new players.
Favorite new players? Honestly, I can't even tell if they're new or returning players because of how good people get quickly. But God, I call them pro skaters because I honestly can't remember all these new names showing up. But let's see.
It's gotta be hard too because you're really not watching many new videos. So
yes, I'm lacking a lot on that lately.
it's all right. You come back and just binge the shit out. That's what I did when I was gone for like I don't even know how long, years and years and years. It was fun.
Yeah, I've just been binging on like other sorts of games and stuff just to like clear the air out here, just so I can like get a breath of fresh air and just start seeing new stuff, you know?
Right.
Let's see, is there any more questions?
What? So no new players you can think of though.
Names. I could probably check Discord and see if there's any new names, but
it's probably not even fair, I guess, to even ask it if you haven't been following on it. So I'm sure he'll understand if you don't really think of anything, you know.
Yeah, I'd probably have to come to that question later, but yeah, there's definitely a lot of new players that honestly could be just mistaken as veterans that came back under a different name.
Sure. I don't know if that happens too often though.
I think it's happened at least once or twice.
Well, yeah, but like I think it's still like not common. And it's like a general consensus of the community. I don't think there's too many new people or old people coming back with new names. But
true.
I know it's happened for sure. For sure. Alex got a couple more here. He's got how do you get in the zone? What music you play, etc.
Get in the zone. I usually just play the most like flowy electronic music I can get, but if I really want to get my heart pumping, I'll just listen to like some heavy death metal like Burzum, which I found out about them through him in his Mont versus Elect video, which is actually probably a really good video. If you're looking for a favorite solo video, I'd probably say that's an amazing one right there.
Cool. I think I've seen it, and it was really good. Yeah. Do you do anything else other than just music? You're not like one of those guys that like jumps up and down on like a trampoline to get your energy going?
Oh no, that's how I waste my energy. But but yeah, music and just getting concentrated really and just forgetting about the workday, just so I can get into the flow. Let's see. I guess we can just go ahead and try that carnival thing while we get some more questions, and I can think of some more.
For sure. Oh, I was gonna ask you too. So, like, do you find it easier or harder now that you're, how many years you've been playing?
Well, improv. I played improv from probably early 06 to late 07, then 2015 to now.
Okay, so really not too long, but earlier. So like your earlier times of playing this versus now, is it harder to get in the zone now because you have like more real life priorities, or is it like the same? Like, did you always play in just shorter intervals?
It's probably a lot harder because I just have a less time frame to play, and usually it takes me, like a couple hours to get in the zone once I start feeling it. But probably general mood. I was just so eager and happy to play the game because it was all new as a kid. But this is like you see yourself like running in loops, and you just gotta actively stop thinking about doing repeated stuff and just getting this stuff down to a science, to muscle memory.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's just part of getting older too. You just get that creative spark dwindled down.
Yeah, it's happened to me too, for sure. Come on, let's see that transfer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to skate and talk at the same
It's
time.
hard. Yeah, I don't even try sometimes. It's like, it's hard.
Yeah, you don't even notice. Press buttons and you don't even realize you're skating. That's just how ingrained this game is into your muscle memory.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that though, I'd be really fucked. Like, there's no way
Oh
I
yeah.
could play and talk. But generally, I can, and now it's gotten a lot easier since this is like the eighth
Hmm.
podcast and seventh with a guest. So now it's like I could probably pull it off, but I don't want to try. But yeah, it's funny because like every guest is like, it's hard to talk and play. Like, yeah, welcome to my world.
Dodeman asked, favorite custom level. I would probably say,
Ooh.
if it really counts, it'd be Philly from Proving Grounds, I believe, because it was just the most well done that I've played. But yet again, I haven't played much of the new created levels. Uh, but yeah, I'd probably say that was my favorite.
Did you play the Philly remake on this, or is that
Uh,
entirely something different?
I'm not sure if it was a
Isn't
remake.
isn't there this
Just
huge Philadelphia level? Am I smoking crack? There's this huge Philadelphia level. I'm pretty sure someone
yeah,
like
it's a
I've seen it.
giant Philadelphia level. That's just pretty much three levels into one.
Yeah. What do you think of that? You like that
Uh,
level or not really?
Philly?
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah,
but
it's pretty
the
amazing.
the
I
big one.
actually have to re-download it. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have it right now though.
No, I just reformatted my computer actually right before he asked me to join the podcast. So I did lose some levels and stuff, but
Oh,
that's all fine.
yeah. Is there any like old creative parks that you played back in the day that you're like, damn, I wish I had that?
If I remember the name right, I'm not sure if Biohacker made them, but they were like really modified caps, like the cruise ship one that I think everybody played on Thug 2 was
Oh
one of
no.
them, and I honestly can't remember the creators, just the levels, but I think Silent made a giant level that could only hold, like three people. But that was a pretty good one.
Really? I didn't know these existed. They were both Thug 2 levels that were in Thug
Uh,
2. Someone made them.
I think the cruise ship was Thug 2, and Silent made a Thug 1 map, of course.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah, Thug 1 would make sense. Yeah, when's the last time you talked to him?
Silent?
Yeah.
Oh god, I was a little kid last time I played. I think I saw him once or twice on Thug Pro, but he's just somebody I like to see play, but really don't know much about. Just
Right.
kind of one of those elusive players that just appear like a shiny Pokemon.
Yeah, yeah. Shiny and legendary Pokemon.
Very.
But yeah, I want to get a hold of that damn guy. I want to get him on here. Someone can get a hold of him. Let me know. It could be pretty cool. He's really good. Beast.
Let's see. Alec asks a significant memory, something that really stuck out and kept me interested in playing more. It was probably seeing some of the Tho TVs capped in the lobbies I was in, playing as a no-name pro skater, and just seeing those videos come out and the stuff they could do, and it's just like I was there, and I was just learning with those guys, and I just really wanted to be like that, but I never really got a capture card as a kid, so that spark just kind of flew off.
Hmm. What else we got?
I
Hit
think
him, hit him up with some questions. Damn it! Come on, hit him up with
this
some
is the most.
questions.
This is an improv podcast. This
This
is truly
is
improv.
totally off the cuff, professionally done. Like
Professional. I should have drank.
I should have, dude. I'll bet you. I'm gonna have a special podcast, like a bonus
Hmm.
podcast during the week, where I'm just gonna get toasted and talk to someone. I think it'd be
Oh
awesome.
yes.
Oh man.
Yeah, speaking of that, I think Red Bull asked if drugs influence your gameplay, but I'm not sure if I really want to answer that truthfully. But it
Ooh,
really
right.
just helps you clear your headspace out and just stops you from thinking about anything, which helps you play more. But on top of that, just don't do drugs.
Yeah, drugs are bad. Okay.
But I'd say some of the heavier drugs gave me like a more happier understanding of the game. Just like seeing like people grow and just like analyzing their individual styles and how they grew on the game, and it just like made me really appreciate them for just like what they do. I just really love seeing the different play styles and just really want to encourage people to just like not really have a concept of good and just like play how they want to play and how they feel, you know?
Right.
But off that subject,
Just I've never. I'm like the most boring person because I've never done a single drug. The only thing I'll do is have some dark rum mixed with like some diet something, and then just drink that till like not even drunk, maybe like a little tipsy type of thing, you know?
yeah, that's about the most I can do because liquor is probably my most efficient laxative for me.
Oh no, yeah, that's awesome. Caffeine's mine. So like every time, by the time I'm done with this podcast, I'll piss like I don't even know, like 3-4 gallons. Like my toilet will flush before I'm done pissing.
Yeah, it's
Just
a complete
crazy.
brown after a coffee and a cigarette.
Yeah, dude. Oh, caffeine is. Yeah. What else? You ever seen the Scotty Kilmore channel on YouTube? Are you a car person?
I was a car person as a child, but as like I grasped the cost of all those
Oh
things,
my
I just
God,
kind of
that's crazy.
dropped it in my late teens. But I still have a fascination for some cars.
Yeah. Well, the reason I asked, sorry, is totally random. Oh, that was fucking
Mhm.
sick.
Oh
Okay.
shit!
Wow. All right. So the reason I asked is a guy that his name's Scotty Kilmer. He's got a YouTube channel. It's been around for like
Mhm.
I don't know 7-8 years, something like this. But when he goes live, he's like this old guy. He's like 50s or 60s, and then
Mhm.
people ask him like thousands of questions when he's live. It's crazy, and he always goes next question. It's fucking hilarious. Oh man, I
I
gotta
mean, that
send
could
you
be a
like
new catchphrase.
yeah, next question.
Add some flavor.
Right? Now the only problem is he has like 4,000 viewers at a time or something. We got like I don't know. I think the most we had was like 30 or some shit.
And it's about the quality of the viewers, right? They all know what we're talking about,
They
surely.
do, which is cool because almost every viewer in here is definitely. I mean, they play Tony Hawk. It's not like some random ass dude's
Yeah.
gonna fall into this thing.
Yeah, and it's like almost, like every lobby or every memory about somebody was in that lobby, just there.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Is anyone saying anything on like in the in game chat? Because I have
In
that
game
muted.
chat,
Yeah.
no, Elect just said observe me. I'm gonna see what he's up to. He probably found something spectacular.
Yeah, some next level game
Oh,
breaking shit. What the hell is he doing?
let's see. Red Bull asked a question. Would you like to see a double improv tape / video with who? What do you like to do? I'd honestly like to see like a versus video with someone on their strongest map, like for example, like DooDoo versus Driz T on Venice, and it's just kind of like a Rodney Mullen versus Daewon Song type of thing. Just a quick video of just the sickest probs you can get in a week on that map, and just leave it at like 5 minutes. Just like a kind of like a battle video, I guess.
That'd be pretty fucking cool. Maybe you should do that. Drizzt versus Dude on Venice.
I'm not ready to die yet, but I'll go ahead and go for it.
Yeah, he's pretty good. You know what? I gotta get his ass on the podcast sometime. I think he'd be pretty cool.
Yes, please do.
He's a cool dude. I've talked to him a few times
I'd like
for sure.
to learn more about the mystery.
More about the mystery. Oh man.
But also going back to learning from watching people, learning like the angles and the geometry of the game really clicked for me when watching Driz T, just seeing how he backhands everything he lands, and it really made me just get a better comprehension of the physics of this game, and it really helps me a lot watching him play.
He definitely has you know what the coolest thing about his play style, I think he's super low to the ground most of the time.
Yep, low to the ground and very risky.
Very risky, yeah, for sure. Dude, special guest, Fury of the Bull 5. Have you seen the Fury of the Bull series, by the way?
I have not seen the latest one. I've heard about it, but I've seen the first few, and they were really amazing. And I love his song choices in each one.
You gotta fucking watch the fourth one.
Mm-hmm.
He has this idea, and it's generally it'd be really hard to pull off, but the idea is like it just builds and builds and builds and builds. And if you're not like totally ADD and you can like get into it, it's fucking crazy. Like it's like an ecstasy feeling. By the time the video is done, it's like fuck. It's like a release, it just keeps
Oh yeah.
growing. It's really fucking
See, it's
cool.
just kind of like a constant like rising shepherd's tone, you know. It's just going up and up
Oh,
endlessly.
dude, it's fucking cool, and it's like goddamn near 20 minutes. It's like eight. It's like I don't know if it's 20 minutes, but it's quite long. And I usually don't
Mm-hmm.
watch long videos anymore. I just can't do it. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, something about that one. Plus, the content itself is really good, of course.
Oh, exactly.
I think he's got, and at the end, this. Well, I won't ruin the special guest in it. You should just go in naked and watch it. It's pretty fucking cool.
No spoilers.
No spoilers, but yeah, turn that shit up on your headphones because it's a trip, man. It's pretty cool.
Let's see. Bigo Biz asked an interesting question: bonks or bounces, boost plants or butt slaps? I would say bonks over bounces. You know, it's just bounces are just kind of random, but they both have their strong suits. And if BP, if we're talking TH4 boost plant, I'd probably say that over butt slap because depending on when you started playing Tony Hawk, you kind of replace Ollie with butt slap very easily, and it's just kind of the first thing you learn. But I'd probably favor the bonk and the boost plant.
Do you like this new update?
The new update, yeah, I actually do like it. A lot of people don't because they really love the high air, but for me, I felt like it devalued learning boost plant in a way. It just sounds kind of purist, but I really like having to do the raw inputs instead and not hitting the ceiling unexpectedly.
Oh, snap.
Um,
That was with a butt slap, right?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but what do you think of the so no like Tony Hawk 4 style of boost plant? Because like it's really hard to do. It's because up now versus just like up,
Mhm.
or some shit.
It
They
feels
modified something.
really satisfying to hit a times 4 or times 3 even now, just like it was in Thug. If I remember correctly, it might have been a little bit easier in 4, but I don't know. I feel like it's returned where it's been, but it's kind of sad to like see a lot of the air update or the air transfers go away. But with mods and toggles, I think they'll be back really shortly.
Yeah, I mean there's already fixes for it. Yeah, you can already download, something that literally just fixes boost plants if you want.
Hmm.
The only issue with that is then every server that you join has to allow scripts. So like someone
Yeah.
that like me that absolutely loves Tony Hawk 4 style boost points, I don't even do Thug 1 style.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very seldom. I can't really do them anyways, but if I did them, it was seldom. So like every
Mm-hmm.
time I join someone's room now, I either have to bring it back to just normal or ask them to allow scripts. And if I do that, it kind of makes me look like a douche. like,
Yeah, I always forget to turn on script mods, and I always get somebody tapping their finger on the desk, be like, "Hey, you got to let us in."
yeah, right. Do you have them on right now? Do you have it on for allowing right now?
Oh wow, I forgot. Thank you.
No, well, it's already full, but I'm just curious. Yeah, so none of these people
You
in
never
here
know.
have it on, but yeah, it's just one of those things. Like it's turned into like two separate communities practically, and it's like fuck that. It's not good. Yeah, we were thinking
Yeah,
of
I
maybe
always
like
try to
having it
leave it on.
toggle. Sorry, I cut you off. What were you saying?
Uh, I said I always try to leave it on, but it's just something I always forget because I just try to like run on default settings. But yeah, that was pretty much it of that.
Yeah, like what would you think if you could toggle it on and off?
Hmm. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe if it was even if it was a host option, that'd probably be better.
Right. Let's see. Oh, Alex got another question for you. Can you read? Are
Hmm.
you reading Twitch chat?
Yes, if you can bring back any player, who would it be? Oh,
All right. Hey,
let's
answer
see.
that. I'm gonna take a piss, so I'll be back.
I got you. Bring back any player. This is a very hard one. Only one. Man, that is hard. probably say bring back Silas, because if I remember correctly, he played extremely well and just had a unique play style, and I also loved his cast.
What I miss?
My answer was Silas from Hot.
Oh yeah, the Hot Clan. I was gonna make them a poster for SMG2. Well, if you haven't
Oh.
seen it yet, but I made all these posters for all these clans, and I was like,
Mhm.
I ran out of textures to work with, so I couldn't include hot, but we were going to. It's actually a luck idea to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. You ever played with anyone in real life from Tony Hawk? Any
In real
players?
life, no. I could because I live, within an hour of a few people. I think the closest person I probably live to is Jesse from EX. I think he's in EX still.
Yeah, I think so. What state is this?
I'm in Tennessee.
Oh shit, you have the nice weather there.
It depends which part of the mountains you're in, but yeah, it could be.
Fuck, it's better than here. I'll trade you.
Go for it.
Yeah, no, I would love to live in Tennessee. Yeah, that's awesome. So you just haven't reached out to him? Like, what's stopping you, or is it just I don't know,
uh,
nothing? I don't know.
the fact that I never like really knew him as a kid, and I'm just like kind of awkward in general.
Hmm. So would you be opposed to like attending a Tony Hawk get together where
Oh
there's
hell
like a
no.
dozen people? I think it's gonna happen eventually. I don't know where it's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be or when, but
it's gonna happen. Hey, if it's like within a few hundred miles, I'll definitely make it.
yeah, well, depends. Yeah, it depends where it's gonna be. I don't know where it's gonna be, but I
I
know.
mean, a lot of our players do live northeast, but I could definitely make the drive there. I'm familiar with that route.
Yeah, you want to drive out to Minnesota? I'll try hosting one here.
It's all right.
But fucking probably not in the dead of winter. You hate it.
Oh yeah, I never learned how to drive in the snow, so I'd probably be stuck for life.
You drive front wheel drive or all wheel drive?
Front wheel drive. Oh,
No, that works perfect. Actually, you'll be
oh
good.
really?
Yeah, as long as you have decent all seasons, you can do front wheel drive for sure.
I mean, I got brand new tires. I'll test them. I don't know what I got, but
Yeah, I wanna host one because I know Shame's done some stuff at his place, but
hmm
and that's fuck. I don't even remember where that is. Chicago? I think it's Chicago. Yeah,
hmm
he's
Oh
got
yeah,
like
I
a
remember
literally
that.
like a land setup in his place. So
Yeah, I
it's pretty.
remember there was a meetup with a few people. I think Bob and Jesse and probably somebody else.
Hmm. Yeah, I think it'd be cool to have like a dozen, or like 10 or something, but and then
Yeah,
have
we
it just
could
for like a couple
definitely
days.
like rent out a place and just have our computers hooked up and just clack our controllers all day.
Yeah, well, even here, like at my place, but the problem would be street parking. It's my driveway only is like one car like wide. You can fit like three cars deep, but then the rest of that had to be in the street. But the house itself would definitely be big enough for like 10 people. Be
Yeah,
pretty
I don't
fucking
think you'd
cool.
appreciate us fucking up your lawn with our cars.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'd probably rent something out. Yeah, it'd be pretty fucking cool.
We could rent an RV.
An RV, yeah, and then just road trip that bitch.
Yeah, road
Tony Hawk
destruction
road
tour, I
trip.
guess. Ha.
That'd be fucking sweet, man. Just go and like pick up people. Like,
Yeah, that could be our goal.
dude, that'd be
Like collect
sick.
the skate letters.
Yeah, collect the Tony homies. Bigo Biz, have you ever thought of a level location you wished was in the series or a tech feature of some sort that you thought would be neat in the game?
Oh wow. Okay, let's start with the level. In terms, well, they got all the major cities down, but let's see. Probably uh something in England that isn't London. I would love to see because I just love the old architecture of those cities, and I would just love to skate like an old church. But
Dude, put like in Bruges in there somewhere.
yeah, exactly.
That'd be fucking sick. Yeah.
Let's see a tech to be added, like a feature. Hmm. I mean, it's already been done in a mod, but I'll use this for a placeholder answer. But the power sliding during manuals, I feel like, is a must now because it's just amazing to do. Um, see.
We're tickling your brain here, man.
Yeah, you're tinkling something, but yeah, it's.
Wait a second.
Wait a minute.
Back it up. So that would probably be the biggest thing. Would be that power slide, huh?
Yeah, power slides definitely, because I just love seeing him using Koth, because that's just where all the versatility is for those right now, and it's sad to like not see him get used anywhere else.
Are you a fan of hops?
Hops? Oh yeah, definitely, but they're so hard to do, and I just tab out whenever it comes to the occasion I can do one. But yeah, hops are great.
Have you tried the thop?
The thug hop?
Yeah.
I saw that, but I never tried it. I'd probably have to like read how it's done and learn, but I think it involves just doing a power slide and holding revert, if I'm right.
Well, sure. I don't even do hops, but yeah, he made a tutorial, and I'm sure it's really good. I didn't digest it completely because I couldn't even do hops yet. So I was like, well, I ain't about to try this if I can't even do this, you know. Oh, he's yawning.
Yep, I'm reaching for my brain. I'm just getting more oxygen. Don't worry.
All right. We got anything else? I honestly I can't think of anything else. I mean, an hour's pretty reasonable, I guess.
I mean, we can just drag it as long as we can, but
just fucking talk about really dumb shit.
Like really dumb shit, dumb memories. I can show you something really funny.
Oh,
this is the first memory I have of playing with Alec. He was still in Sin, and he showed me this thing right here, and I thought for some reason he was like a developer of the game.
Nice.
And it just
Look at that.
blew my mind. And that's weird, because when I think of Alec, that's like the first memory I have. Just right there.
What the heck? I didn't even know that was there.
Yep. I think he forgot at one point too.
Wow. That's in the original Thug then, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Why would that be there? That's weird.
It's a mystery.
What the hell? You know who would know. Andy would know. Like, what's up with this random Sin thing here? Sin. What did they stand for again? Skaters in neutral?
In neutral? I'm pretty sure.
Skaters in neutral.
Yeah, Elok remembers showing me that.
Yeah. Man, what else? Have you read some of these posters? Like in god dang, what in particular? New Orleans. Some of those posters are fucking hilarious. You should go there. Go there real quick. You gotta see some of these.
New Orleans.
If you haven't seen them already. But pay attention to some of these. They're just awesome. Like anyone, like even where my guy's at right now, if you just like skated forward and read some of these on the wall, it's just like I don't know how many are in the original game or not, but
home of the world's largest hurricane right here, and this came out a year before Katrina.
Isn't that sad?
Oh wow, I mean, props for foreshadowing that, but
this like
they're really obsessed with hurricanes.
Oh, these are kind of lame, but there's like some of the beer ones are really cool. Look at this, bleed you dry tax service. That's hilarious. As like a business owner, I'm just like, yeah, all right. What else?
Yeah, you really do like catch on a lot of the adult references in this game later on, especially if you started playing when you're just a wee little child like I was.
Right.
But in terms of memories, something I liked doing as a kid was making created levels that were basically racetracks for cars or mazes, which I really wish they would add cars to Thug Pro.
Oh, they should, yeah, because it was really cool in Thug.
But I'm not entirely sure if that's possible on Thug Pro.
Right. Look at this one. Booyah's Bottomless Topless.
Bottomless Topless.
Look at that.
One.
What does this one say? This one literally says no, Lance. The ones in Vancouver. Is it Vancouver? No. Tampa. No. Fuck, I don't know those levels. I don't know my Thug levels. The one where the strip club is.
Tampa?
I think it's Tampa. Have you read those signs there?
I don't don't think I have.
You gotta fucking go there. You gotta see this. Yeah, it's okay. The strip joint one, and then there's like this random one down here. It's pretty hilarious from what I remember. Let's see. Tellaway Zone. Where is? There's like a funny one over here. Now I feel retarded because I don't see it. Jack Hoff's Steakhouse. Yeah, I thought that was a good one. It makes me wonder how many of these are in like the original Thug though. Like, are these added in? Come on in.
I think they're original. Oh, the Misty Drip Tony Hawk vending machine.
Oh my goodness. These ones are hilarious on this strip club. See. I mean, this is crazy. Like that this would be in the original.
Yeah, you really forget like what's here once you like stop skating and look around.
Look at this another attention to detail. This here, leasing billboards. Do you think they got paid by like Nokia to put their thing up there in game?
Nokia?
Nokia, is that how you say it? Sure, yeah.
Most likely, definitely.
Yeah, because there's a lot of those, like Butterfingers and shit. Isn't there like a Butterfinger?
Butterfinger.
Yeah, Butterfinger. Like, how much did they get paid to? They probably charge them like thousands of dollars just to put this shit in there.
Yeah, most likely 5 figures easily.
You think? Yeah.
Especially if it was an Activision title, because I think Underground 1 was probably the most top selling PS2 game or top 10.
It's got to be one of them. It sold a shitload. Yeah, for sure. God, whatever.
Let's see. Alec asked what my favorite TF I hit was, and I'd probably say, just in terms of how it looked, would be that triple or I think it was a quadruple wall ride bounce in the AIDS video in Chicago. Or it might have been here as a manual transfer I did in Aaron's video.
Ooh, let's see it. Wow, you're not gonna be able to do the whole thing probably, because I'm sure it's hard, but let's see the idea. Because Aaron's got a lot of videos, so people might not know this one.
This one's gonna be kind of hard because I have my right stick unbound because it just kind of drifts off in different directions.
Right.
Let's see.
Oh shit.
But it involves just manualing onto that fork up and back down. And then you manual the lower part, the inner part of this streetlight right here.
That's ridiculous.
But it was really amazing to hit because the whole lobby was just watching me do it, and they were just watching at like random directions.
These are some of my favorite transfers, actually.
These are
a manual
like
transfer.
Probably my favorite types.
Yeah. You gotta watch SMG2, man. I got a manual transfer on that bad boy. You'll appreciate it. Yeah. You ever seen RIV TV?
Riv TV? Yeah. I'm pretty sure I did. When did that release?
That was last year, I think.
I may have seen it, but I probably lost it due to short-term memory, but I definitely watched it.
Vega's got this all-manual transfer that's like, it's got to be close to a minute long, and it's fucking nuts. You should watch it.
A minute? I can't even balance that long.
It was hard. Like we were kind of scraping together ideas, and I was like, well, that's all you. And he landed it, and it was pretty damn cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to watch it for sure.
My bones are getting old.
It's gotta be hard. Like no moonwalk either, right? You just landed it straight up.
Yep.
Straight up like a G, huh? My gosh.
I landed it pretty well in the video too. I got as high as I could on the statue and all that. I managed to wall push the pole as well.
By the way, has anyone done your Alcatraz challenge yet? All the way up and back down?
No one has yet. That is still unclaimed. I might have to add, like a Applebee's gift card bounty to that.
yeah, for sure. Do something. Make it worth my while. I'm going to try it. I'll do it on Tony Hawk 4.
I mean, dinner for two.
Dinner for two. No, my prize can be you fly out and then you pay for dinner for two.
I can do that.
That'd be pretty freaking cool. I just think it'd be the coolest thing to have some sort of like Tony Hawk night. But I'm kind of worried about the same thing too because there's a lot of weirdos. So you gotta like watch out for that, I suppose.
They'll be fine.
I'm sure it'll be fine. We might just get shot or something. Who knows?
Get shot or butt slapped, it won't matter.
What else we got? Anybody else ask anything? I don't really, generally, like I say, I don't look at Twitch chat, but Thug Poo. What's Thug Poo? What is that?
The name of my video.
Let's see. What do we got? B-Goat's got a lot of the archives on those. I guess on all those posters and signs and stuff.
Oh yeah, Aaron did get a cinematic shot of this video. I think he got it from this upward angle right here. Yeah, it was pretty interesting to see like everybody watch the transfer. I remember Jen standing on the street light adjacent to us up here.
Oh, cool. Which one? So you said it was an Aaron's video. Which one?
Thug Pro TV 2, I think, or 3.
Okay.
I'm not entirely too sure of the name.
He's got a lot of those type of transfers.
Yeah, I actually really like those, and I think probably with boned ollies there might be more possibilities for that as well.
Well, yeah, for sure. And then the moonwalk really helps too if you need the speed.
Oh yes.
Yeah, they should put that in Tony Hawk 4. That would have been amazing.
Yeah, I actually thought the moonwalk was in Tony Hawk 4, but my memory failed me, and I was actually pretty upset with that.
Yeah, it's like when I'm doing improv on 4 and I get stuck in like, the only thing you can do is get lucky with like maybe a sloppy landing to get some like just a tad speed back. But then even then you're hopping like for a full minute to get to a grind. So it's just like, forget it. Well, sir, unless anyone else has anything else, I am pretty sure that we could wrap this up unless you got more to say. It's about an hour and some change. It's way better than initially what I was going to do. I was going to do 15 to 30 minutes. So
I'm so glad we kind of lingered that on. I felt pretty bad for not coming up with more questions, but
yeah, no, we can make it. We'll
brain
make
ran
it work.
dry.
Yeah, I think it turned out for the most part. For not knowing absolutely anything about you before this, I could have done some like research, but like Google DooDoo TLT, but I don't know if that's gonna work. So
there's probably not much out there. I'm pretty silent most of the time, besides like a hi and a what's up.
Right? Yeah. So it's like I was like people that don't know this guy, he's pretty fucking good. So
the elusive DooDoo you can't pinch out.
Yeah. Anyone else? Let's just double check. If we got nothing else, we're gonna wrap it up.
The skate IRL. I landed a kickflip and gravel one. That's about it.
That's pretty impressive. Kickflips are hard to do.
Yeah,
I can't do them. I tried.
Definitely would not do it again, but
yeah.
BS IRL. I tried, but I can't. IRL's like Pro Skater 4.
When does Thug Poo come out?
Thug Poo 2. When it's ready, as Gabe Newell always said.
It'll be ready when Half-Life 3 is done.
Yeah, probably close estimate. But when it's ready, I'm not gonna rush this one this time, and I'm just gonna, just watch the clips as I get them, and actually just find the perfect song to go with it and all, just to match the flow and everything.
Yeah, for sure. Are you gonna do an outtakes though? Maybe keep your stuff that you're not 100% happy with, but do an outtakes video at least.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely have that because some transfers I definitely can't because I bailed immediately after and stuff. I just didn't like how that looked.
Right.
Or just like weird wonky accidents that don't really suffice anything more. But yeah, that'll definitely be an outtake or maybe just blooper reel at the end.
There you go. Well, sweet man, thanks again for doing this. I didn't know how busy you were, and like I say, I hadn't seen you. So
I'll be on my off day.
Cool. All right. Well, I think I'm going to end it. No one else is really saying much, and I think we covered a pretty good chunk. So, yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure. We'll end it right there. So, thanks again.
No problem. Looking forward to next week.
Definitely.